Damn, it's a new day. Ooh.
That's when I used to sing.
But that nigga want his money. All right. Hey, welcome to another episode of the Blackout Tips podcast. I am your host, Rod, joined as always by my co-host,
Aaron.
God damn.
It's a new day.
Ooh. But that nigga wanted money. We are live on a Monday, and we are ready to do some podcasting. Find us everywhere you get podcasts, the Blackout Tips. You know, it's holiday time, and so you're going to get shorter shows. You're going to get them a little more sporadic. And your boy is working behind the scenes, doing two jobs, man. Doing the game theory writing and stuff. So it's it's always something in the pot over here. But the big news of the day is it is now officially Black Friday celebration, our African American Friday sale.
Yes, it is.
It is happening as we speak. I already put a post on our website. I'll put a link in the show notes. Now, keep in mind, this is important if you're listening. If you signed up last year under the renewing, like automatic renewal, it's going to automatically renew unless you turn it off.
Yep.
So you'll be good.
Price.
You know, the good news is if you plan to just I just want to keep this thing going, don't go sign a new thing. Just keep the old one. It'll be fine. It should, I mean, as long as you got the money in your PayPal and your Stripe or whatever. I don't know about that, but you know what I'm saying? It should be fine. But if you want to maybe cancel your monthly subscription, go into a yearly. If you're one of the people that pays $5 a month for a just a tip subscription on Spotify and Anchor, just remember it's $8 a month once you divide 100 by 12. So it's just a little bit more to get the full year round availability of all our back catalog and all of our spin-off shows that come out new every week and throughout the month. So just want to let y'all know that that's happening. Appreciate y'all. Another show note I want to tell y'all is you can see me and hear me on For All Nerds. I was recently on For All Nerds. They did a all-star review of Wakanda Forever, and I had a great time. And all your faves were there. Janisha from Tea with Queen Jay was there. I met some new people. Timotep, I think I said that right. Timotep, Dr. Drea, Ron from podcast of color, I believe. Actually, I might have said that wrong, but it's POC Culture. That's it. POC Culture. Regine, I met her for the first time. Of course, Ben Amin was there. I hope I didn't forget or leave anybody out, but we had a really good time. I think I said Dr. Drea. So yeah, we had a really good time talking about all the aspects of that movie. It got a little contentious at times because nerds be passionate and disagree, and I'm opinionated, and this is why I don't do Community, because I can't control my face. But I had a good time, and it was still a spirited, fun conversation. I think people listening will have a good time, and so make sure y'all check that out if you're a fan of Wakanda Forever and you want to hear Black and brown people talk about it amongst ourselves, not worried about what the white gaze is trying to do, because we ain't gonna make them the center of our fucking content. It's ours. Fuck a white person. Anyway, let's get into the official weapon of the show is
taser,
and the unofficial sport
bullet ball.
And bullet ball extreme. All right, now we can start getting into some of these topics and all this stuff. I did have a couple of random things that I wanted to talk about, which I think we actually have a sound clip for random stuff. So here we go.
Random thoughts.
Random thoughts. I only got a couple. I've been watching now that voting is over in most states except Georgia. Well, y'all better vote.
The vote.
Well, but now the voting's over, all the commercials are off. But one of the things I liked was watching every sport that was on encourage people to vote.
Mm-hmm.
And it really said a lot about me because I would watch it and based on the sport, I would feel differently. Like it's like the NBA is taking the day off. We encourage our fans to get out and use your voice and vote. And I say, yes, let's go NBA. Yes, open the arena, but only for voting. And then y'all play basketball the next day. I loved it.
Me too.
Then the NFL was like, and we encourage everybody to use their vote. Tuesday is a big day. It's red zone with the NFL. You can watch every game. And I'm saying, get out there and vote. And I said, I don't know about that. Maybe some of y'all stay home. It just kind of depends how you feel about Kaepernick. Like
that's the truth.
And then I think the playoffs was on something. I was watching something that was like the NHL. We also encourage. I said, nah, not y'all. Not so fast. We don't need you. We don't need baseball, NASCAR. Y'all.
Everybody was
honestly sit this one out. It's gonna be a red wave. Why are we even? What are we gonna try to prove? I mean, I think we got it. I think we get it, and we got it. So let's just call it a night, and everybody be okay. I saw a commercial for a credit card ad, and they really be hyping up giving you 2% cash back.
They sure do.
Nigga, I want all my cash back, 100%. The fuck is you thinking? I want to spend the money.
They be like, spend it on anything, you get 2%.
I want to spend the money and get 100%. I want to be like that PlayStation I bought, free. When are we gonna do that? How about this? This is what cars should do. Everybody, instead of getting 2% back, one person out of every 50 people should get 100% back. It's math.
And
it's like a lottery.
Let the math be mathing.
Wouldn't that be dope? I bet people would spend more.
Ooh, a whole hell of a
lot. If you thought you had because people's dumb and can't do math. So if they thought they had a 1 in 100 chance of getting everything back, they'd be out there like, I'm buying a jet ski, and then when it don't work out, I'm gonna drive this jet ski off a cliff. But for a while though, you be getting that money.
Yeah, it's like people do the buy now, pay later, and they've done studies. They say that a lot of people spend way beyond their means because they have a bunch of these individual buy now and pay laters.
I'm just saying.
And it was like, I ain't got to pay now. And that's how them credit cards gonna be. I ain't got to pay now.
I mean, that might be what the rush cards was doing. I don't know. I heard it was exploitative, but I'm just saying. Think about it, Chase. Chase Bank called me. Okay, I can help y'all. The only rule I got is can't sell no cars to the black community. Other than that, we can get rich off of capitalizing all these other people. Gentrified neighborhoods only. That's the only ones we got.
The only rules we have.
We're only car. We go. That's the only place we put in our cars. I found, and this is a celebration, y'all, for me because I've been looking for it for damn near 8 months. I found a good Sriracha again.
It has literally been out of stock.
Won't he do it? Okay.
It's literally been out of stock. Couldn't find that shit nowhere else.
Praise him. I don't know where they found the peppers, but and because I'm not a selfish nigga, I'm gonna put y'all on too. I don't know how I got it. I don't know that this gonna work everywhere. I just know what worked for me. Okay. So because listen, I've been going through. I love Sriracha.
Yeah, you do a lot,
and I love it so much, y'all. It's like how you had that person at your job that's work hot. That's how I was looking at the other Srirachas in that aisle. Like I wouldn't see my baby with that roost on it. So then I'd be like, maybe, you know what? Tabasco looking kind of good today.
Yeah, and then they had Sriracha and you catch up. There was Sriracha, putting Sriracha in everything, but flat Sriracha.
I'm like, Tabasco, girl, what you been up to? And I didn't realize it's just my goggles of not having what I wanted. So now I'm just looking at the next closest thing.
Yeah.
And I bought that shit. I bought some type of Korean sauce that I knew wasn't no damn Sriracha, but I don't know why it was red and green.
It was red.
And I said, fuck it. We bloods over here. Give me that red. You know what I'm saying? Let me Let me get that sauce. Let me get a bontainer of that sauce, and I would get home, man, and it wouldn't be hitting, man. It
Not
just
the same.
it don't hit like that, like the Rooster, man, the one you see in the fucking sushi restaurants and shit. Honestly, if I went in a sushi restaurant and didn't see that, I'll leave. Oh, y'all don't take it serious in here.
No, you don't.
Y'all just be bullshitting. Y'all think it's a game with the sriracha selection. Y'all just, that's how you know it's an official sushi joint, is they got the Rooster sriracha. Anyway, so how I got it, I went on Target, the app, and they had one container left, and I bought that shit at 4 a.m.
I didn't know that.
And went to pick it up at like when they open at 9 or 10 or some shit in the morning. And I did the pickup where you just pull up in a space and tell them you there. And they put it in the bag. I was like, I know this is a trick. I'm gonna look in there. It's gonna be the Tabasco. I'm gonna be like, you motherfuckers, I knew it was some shit. This is too easy. And no, it was the regular one.
Now this was Walmart. They might have did the bad substitute.
Yeah.
But Tajay don't play. Tajay is like, no, we said we got it. We got it.
Well, in Walmart, they actually take the sriracha from you. They be like, we coming in your house
back for the sriracha.
They open up your cabinet and be like, I hope you ain't think this was yours. Everybody get one spoon and then we pass it around. But yeah, I got the good sriracha again, and I feel so good. And it's funny because it's the scarcity taught me the value of it. I'm not joking when I say I had like a 25th of a bottle left on my old sriracha for like the last few months. Like I've been squeezing that shit out
little
like it is
little.
the precious blood of Jesus.
I keep looking at that bottle like, why is this bottle? This bottle should be gone.
I used to drown shit in sriracha. I'm like, two hands on two different srirachas, double barrel in them shits. Just double.
Okay, that makes sense to why that bottle been in there. Because I kept saying, no, but this shit is gone.
I used to dual wheel sriracha. I used to put sriracha everything. Got sriracha in my eggs, sriracha, everything I love. Sriracha on this chicken. Yes. If I'm making a sauce or something, I throw a little sriracha in there too. You know, some soup. Throw a little sriracha. Give them a little sriracha. Get a little kick in there. And now I'm back in the game, but y'all, I'm using it precious now.
I don't blame you.
I'm out here like every drop counts.
Like every vote.
That's enough. Not too much. I don't want, you know what? Let me scrape a little bit off the plate, put it back in the bottle. It's precious. I appreciate it now.
I don't need all that.
Feel like a person that cheated and the person took them back. Like, I'll never again.
Never again. I won't be fucking up no more.
Oh man. All right, that's it for my random thoughts. I just had a few random things.
Oh, well, mine isn't a random thought. I had been having pains in my chest and I could not figure out why. And I went to the doctor and the doctor was like, well, hey, if your pains in your chest come back, let us know. And so I was joking with my one of my coworkers. I was like, yeah, I had to schedule an appointment because this time of the year, I don't know if people getting their vaccine shots or booster shots. So a lot of people just make appointments at the end of the year. But I went in there and they was like, all the doctors is booked. You want something? Bitch, 2023. I was like, well, I don't want to wait till 2023 because, I don't know what this is.
I hate to interrupt the story, but I just need to fast forward to the end. Y'all, it's acid reflux, so everybody calm down because if y'all are as anxious as I was when she was talking about her chest hurt, that's not funny to me. There's no jokes about it. Because black women out here dying from heart attacks at fucking 30 and 40 and shit.
Well, damn.
So you can tell the story. I just need okay, let's leave the audience thinking, oh yeah, Karen might about to tell us she died. She gonna have a stroke. This is important, and I think to alleviate some of the tension, let's just get to that part first, and then go and tell everybody about your beautiful adventure. But I know I was like, that shit not funny.
I guess they have. They was like, Rob, we thank you for spoiling it.
Yeah, what the fuck? It's not no cute story. I was having chest pains, and 30 minutes later, we'll get to the point, guys, that it was acid reflux, and I gotta take some medicine.
Tell the story, okay? Because deal?
They don't know.
Okay, I was setting up the joke.
It's tough. Karen, people lost a lot of people in the pandemic. People had COVID and died from heart attacks. It's not as funny as it used to be. We too old to make death jokes.
Well, damn. Okay, fine.
Guys, I woke up this morning. I couldn't feel my arm.
It.
I thought it was hilarious. Then my face started drooping. And I said, what could it be? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'll tell y'all next episode. I'm sorry, Karen. You have a very dark sense of humor, apparently.
Ruin the joke, Rob.
What was the joke? Please tell me what was the joke. I didn't have a heart attack.
No, because I was joking about how I thought it might have been gas, but it wasn't.
All right.
Okay. Well, since we got that,
black women and chest pains is just it's not. I'm just saying, Karen. It's not the bit that you think it is.
Okay, well then fine. Damn, I didn't know my humor was that dark.
All the chat agrees. So I mean, shit, I feel justified. Who joke like that?
Okay, we found where Roderick's line was. I'm so sorry, y'all.
My line, they agree, Karen. Don't try to make it me. I'm the bad guy. You the one that was out of pocket. What is happening? You know, let's just get into the segments. Speaking of hilarious segments, you know, why don't we get into some? Oh wait, why is this organized in the right way? It is not great. Let me see if I can do it this way. There we go. All right. Now, speaking of hilarious stuff, let's talk about coronavirus. You know how that's so funny and everybody dying and stuff.
Again? Look, here we go again. We got variants. Really need to keep a mask on hand and follow the plan. Get the vaccine and second shots, whether woman or man. Black out who tips is doing their part, but the dummies expand. Niggas would rather believe a bunch of misinformation. Fuck y'all idiots not getting shots. Now we gotta regress. If we keep going in this direction, we never can rest. Never can get back to the lives we be living the best. Damn fool, stop the lying, stop the intubation crying, cause it's your fault that motherfuckers dying. Damn fool, stop the lying, stop the ventilator crying, cause it's your fault that motherfuckers dying. I do not understand this shit. I'm not a fan of this. We were like one win from the pandemic championship, but fuckers wanna leave it to game 7 with Giannis Delta Kumpo blocking forward progression and Chris middle fingers to your plans. Man, damn. Looks like it's no Drew holiday for you and your mans. I'm sick of black people dying for real, so I'm just writing this new piece to let you know how I feel. Coronavirus, yeah. Fuck that COVID-19, it's unseen, it's creeping in the air for you to breathe, yeah. So fuck that COVID-19, it's unseen, it's creeping in the air for you to breathe, yeah.
Coronavirus news. Remember the infamous Swedish pandemic model, which was when they said we just gonna let it run through society. If you owe, too bad. If you got pre-existing conditions, too bad. Stay your ass in the house. We just gonna use the herd immunity. Everyone gonna get it. The healthy people will live. Blah blah blah. Well, apparently it's a failed experiment. Almost 3 years behind us in this pandemic. We all just want to be rid of it as soon as possible. While it's easy to simply gloss over what happened in the early days, there are important lessons to draw, and zmescience.com is talking about it. But they basically said that they had, I want to say 3 times the infections and deaths and stuff as their neighbors.
So you have to shut it down, and they was like, we're going to just let it sweep through. He was like, that's not how this works, dog. Like, you do that when you have a vaccine. Like, prior to that, you don't be fucking around with this.
Yeah, they said the architects of the Swedish plan, overseen by Anders Tegnell, who resigned from the agency in March 2022, were selling it as a success. And officials from other countries, notably high officials from the U.S., looked at the Swedish response as an example to emulate. Meanwhile, because, you know, it was Trump, as the example to emulate, probably, in the early days. Thank God we had enough of the government that didn't go along with it. Meanwhile, studies continue to point out that Sweden's approach didn't really seem to work. In the second wave of the COVID-19 pandemic, the Swedish national response continues to be an outlier, with cases and deaths increasing more rapidly than its neighbors. To justify the approach, Tegnell compares Sweden with other countries, saying that the difference between Sweden and other countries isn't that big in terms of results. In other words, because Sweden had average results in the pandemic, but didn't really lock down, the approach was successful. We're not the best, but we're definitely not the worst. That's what I'll hear now. How much good did all those draconian measures do for anybody? But its comparison is misleading at best. It doesn't make much sense to compare a rich, low-density country like Sweden to countries like Italy or Germany, let alone other less developed countries. It makes more sense to compare Sweden with its Scandinavian neighbors. Now, 2 years later, Sweden has a total mortality rate per capita almost double that of Finland and Denmark, and more than double that of Norway. It's even a bit higher than Germany's, which is more densely populated.
And that makes sense, because it was like, okay, we'll do it by the other decent sized countries around y'all, about the same size, maybe a little bit larger. Hey, dog, y'all double them. This is not good. The fuck y'all talking about? No, this was not successful.
Yep.
And you have to think about it. This affects your economy. Like, your economy is being impacted, because what people fail to realize, a lot of people complaining about how things are slow, even like your DoorDashes are getting slower now, the longer wait times, delivery, grocery store, fast food, it's getting quote unquote better. But, you have to think, when you have millions of people dying, guess what? You're not having billions of births instantly, because birth takes a while. And then not only that, you don't have, when these billions of people die, guess what? You don't have a billion people instantly there, turn 18 years old, quote unquote, ready to work in the workforce. It takes a generation or two to replace these people. And so when you have the death rate in a lot of countries higher than the birth rate, that's a problem. That's a big problem. And these holes don't get filled overnight. And so now these things affect shit like the taxable income, taxable adults. It affects your economy. It affects productivity. It affects the workforce for years to come.
Yeah, and there was a lot of denial in the government. Like they said that Tegnell, the guy who was in charge of it, disputed the scientists' claim that 105 Swedes were dying per day from COVID-19, but months later, revised government data showed that the critics were right and that he was wrong.
Months later, after you fucking fought them.
Yep. So that's it's wild.
Right.
There was also this guy Eric Fiegelding, who pointed to some research from the LA Times story that said, devastating, the Swedish government deliberately tried to use children to spread COVID-19 and did not care to seniors and those suffering from other conditions. That's infamously dystopian and morally bankrupt Swedish model. It's just interesting because a lot of times Sweden is pitched as like this utopian society with socialized medicine, blah blah blah, and the homogeny of the people is almost never taken into account.
Ever.
But then also shit like this, where it's just a very cynical, cold calculus that they did of just like, yeah, if you old or just, whatever, die, or don't stay in the house, don't participate in society, because we're not changing anything. If anything, we're accelerating it and helping people get shit. Like a fucking apocalypse from the X-Men and shit, like survival of the fittest. The end of vaccines at warp speed. Basically, Operation Warp Speed, the Trump era program, is coming to an end. Poured billions of dollars into the development of COVID shots. It's seen to signal a new dawn of American vaccine making. But now that it's the third pandemic winter in the United States, its vaccine making efforts has lost steam. And basically because Republicans refuse to fund it now.
They won't fund it. Who you vote for matters, because, if you get Democrats in the House and Democrats in the Senate, a lot of the shit that people are going to be shocked that they're going to have to pay for, because I think the last shot we got was the first time they ever asked for insurance. Before, they would just give you a shot. Now they ask to run your insurance. So I guarantee you pretty soon they're going to be like insurance, and then they're going to run it. And if your insurance decides, hey, it's a copay to this bitch, now you're paying the copay.
Yep.
And it's going to get to the point where you ain't got no insurance. They're going to be like, hey, I don't know how much the shots cost, but they're going to start charging, which means you're going to have a subsection of people that will no longer be vaccinated or boosted or can even start because they cannot afford the cost of these shots.
Meanwhile, Pfizer CEO says that the COVID vaccine will remain free for all Americans, overlooking indirect costs. Yeah, he was at a conference where he said it will continue to be free for all Americans.
That's good.
Because insurers are required to pay the extra cost. Americans will see no difference, says Borla, speaking Wednesday at the Stat Summit. With no copay, the Pfizer vaccine called Comirnaty will be free for them to get regardless of the insurance they have.
Okay.
The U.S. government has thus far paid Pfizer $30 per shot, making the vaccines available to all Americans for free. But with government purchases ending, Pfizer has decided to implement a private market price range of $110 to $130 per dose starting in 2023.
God damn.
So if you don't got no insurance, you will be paying something. There may be no direct financial impact to insured Americans getting the shot, but the higher cost borne by insurers will be passed on in the form of higher premiums. Well, that's true. But shit, higher premiums is like, I've never seen lower premiums. I don't even like, it's such a pipe dream at this point. I can't even be upset about it.
No, and also it's one of those things to where you look at it and you go, well, yeah, if you got insurance. So if you don't have insurance, that's where the problem comes in. So it's technically not free to all Americans.
Exactly.
Because free to all Americans would be what it is right now.
Now, in some states, there are programs that help you get it free and stuff like that are still going to be there because they're not ending because of it's not federal money, it's state money. So there's still possibly a way that you can be taken care of. You fill out a certain form and shit, but somebody going to pay that $110.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the cost is going to be passed no matter what, you know. And so it's one of those things to where a lot of people are actually vaccinated and getting their boosts and all that stuff only because it is free. Like if they had to pay this out of pocket, there would be a lot of people that would not be vaccinated.
There's another thing that happened too, and this is one of the reasons I didn't do too much of the virtue signaling during this time of the pandemic, but how everybody was like, and then we need to vaccinate the rest of the world. Who's going to vaccinate them? Because what if this other country, blah, blah, blah. Well, they basically took 1 billion doses that they sold at cost and they shipped to low income countries, and almost all of them went unused and had to be destroyed. So he was like, very few of those 1 billion doses were used. So that, like, it's not just the inequities and it's also infrastructure, So yeah, it was kind of a good article. You can see it on statnews.com, but it was an interesting thing because there's a lot of things that you thought would make sense that it just didn't work that way. And then no one ever goes back and goes, okay, yeah, so maybe it didn't work the way we thought it would,
That's crazy. So you sent it and then it wasn't able to get to the people that it needed to get to.
Infrastructure, you had to be able to give it out. It's not just having it, and of course there were a bunch of countries like, we need it, but then, okay, here's 1 billion doses. Well, what are we going to do with 1 billion doses? We don't have the ability to do that. And the company they're not also going to distribute it. They're like, we made it. We're giving it to countries. The countries are all responsible for how they're going to distribute it. Right. We don't own CVS or whatever pharmacy brand. So it's just, I don't know. It was more complicated than people said, but of course people make things sound extremely simple.
Right.
With a lot of this stuff. So.
Right. And that's where I could see the frustration comes in because, like you said, you give it to these people. Well, if we're in a country where people are out in these fucking remote ass areas, one way in, one way out, in jungle areas, because everywhere isn't designed like the United States and industrialized places where you got roads and streets and infrastructure and an army or a team of people there to just be able to just get it and just go with it and get it to where it needs to go. Might take days or weeks sometimes to get to some of these very, very, very extremely remote places in the world, depending on where they are, because some people still live in villages and things like that in certain parts of the world. So I can completely understand that part. So yeah, it is up to the countries, but it also goes to the it also goes to the inequality of how countries are set up.
Yeah, I agree. So anyway, thought that was interesting. All right, let's get into some regular news. As soon as these beats come up. I like that little singing in there. I like that little sample right there. Beyonce and Jay-Z reportedly working on a joint album for Renaissance Trilogy.
Yeah, we got Act 1. We got 2 more acts.
If one act wasn't enough, one album was enough, how about 2? Queen Bey and Jay-Z have reportedly been in the studio working on another album that will be included in the trilogy.
That makes sense.
Because
a lot of people go, well, if it's normally Renaissance, from what I've been reading and stuff, has 3 acts.
Now, she hasn't confirmed any of this. It's all speculation. So yeah, some people, some dude named Kyle Buchanan, who has a blue check and is a New York Times pop culture reporter, said, before Twitter goes down, instead of making you follow me somewhere else, I'll just tell you what I've heard about the other 2 acts of Beyonce's 3-part Renaissance project. Second act is an acoustic album, and the third is a collaboration with Jay-Z. So if you believe this white man, that's what we have to look forward to.
We'll see.
This is a tangent, but man, these Twitter eulogies, boy.
There's been a lot, y'all.
This is like, have you ever had a friend that just kept threatening to do some bullshit and they didn't do it, and after a while you just got immune to the fact they always be talking about that shit?
Yeah,
like, I'm gonna quit this job. I'm gonna quit this motherfucking. I'll tell this the last straw. And you like, it's been the last straw for 6 months.
Yeah, they've been burying this bitch for 3 weeks. I'm like, just put it on the ground, get it over with.
My favorite thing about this is everybody was like, it's gonna tear down. Elon Musk is making terrible decisions. He's fucking firing people, laying them off. People are leaving. He's kicking them out the building. And the site stays up somehow, miraculously, whatever. But my favorite thing is, like, a week ago, everybody was like, let's go back. 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, a month ago. Yes, for the last 5 years, everybody's been like, this place is a hellscape. It is nothing but harassment and trolls and bots. And it is terrible, and white supremacists use it to da-da-da-da. And they need to fix this shit. It is terrible. Jack is terrible. He need to be fired. And Twitter need to fucking go into the ground. The worst. 0 out of 5 stars.
I do not recommend.
Then it became Elon Musk took over, and it was like, this place is gonna be even fucking worse. He the worst motherfucker to take over. He gonna let you thought the Nazis was bad before, they gonna be double bad. He gonna let Trump back. And Elon Musk was like, I hear y'all, and I am going to do all that. I'm an evil white man. That's what I do. So I was like, okay, that makes sense that he would do that. And yeah, y'all right. That's terrible. So then he started fucking up so bad that it was like, and it looks like Twitter may at any second crash and go under and not come back, because he's firing all the important people that keep the fucking hamster wheel rolling. That was when it was like a 180 by all these people. Lord, take me with him, y'all. Lord, no, it's too soon. Twitter, no, baby. Bury me too, Lord. Throw me in the casket with him. That's what it sounded like.
Times. Yes, that's what it felt all damn day for weeks.
People was like tagging all the people they follow, like, I would have never met this. People was making these threads. All of a sudden, Twitter went from a toxic shithole to like, I met my best friend who saved my life by giving me a kidney because of Twitter. I retweeted her, and she retweeted her DNA sequence, and that's how we matched up. So we need Twitter. We need this for community. and friendship. What about that woman that the black dude went to her house for Thanksgiving by mistake? What they gonna do? They can't do that on TikTok. Yeah, I learned dance. That white woman can't dance. Like it became like then it was all nothing but the sweetest good things that ever happened. And I was like, okay, this is people are kind of grieving.
This ain't gonna last,
and they're up and down. And let me tell you who I gotta thank for this, because I was like, it was getting so saccharine, it was a little overwhelming, and it felt like that thing where people are lying to you. Yes, to me anyway, it felt like, why are y'all lying? That's not y'all don't really mean this. Like it's some of it's good, some of it's bad. That's the real truth. It's nothing but good, and we can't lose this. Guys, no, but you know who brought it back down?
Who?
Elon Musk. Gotta thank the man, because he said,
"Back to life, back to reality."
Yeah, he said, Trump back, y'all. And everyone went, shut this shit down now. I know what I said before. Fuck that.
Go ahead and close the casket. I made it this time.
Pull the plug.
The lever.
Pull the plug.
Give me my shovel. I want to put dirt on it myself.
Turn the lights off. Don't nobody come back to work.
Where's my flowers? I want to put it on the grave right now.
This nigga did a whole ass insurrection. Now suddenly I realized
I was wrong.
This was the place that did the insurrection, and I don't know why.
I forgot.
I don't know why thinking about that one dude I hooked up with that didn't call me back made me forget that this motherfucker is a piece of shit and it could go. And I think I gotta thank Elon for that.
Right. Because it was getting way too much. I was like, oh, y'all no, y'all don't mean this.
His terrible decisions came back to really, bring us all back to a healthy balance of truth and reality, which is Twitter's a bit dangerous. And who's at the helm is definitely a big part of the danger, but also it's just inherently dangerous the way that it's built and the way people use it.
Yeah, it hadn't always been like this, but this is what it evolved into.
It's been this way longer than it hasn't been.
Agreed.
So remember I made a joke in a random thought about Cheetos need to sell the dust? Or maybe it was hot. Maybe it was what's the one with the hot? Is it Fritos? No, it's
Cheetos. Cheetos got hot dust.
They got the hot dust.
They got hot.
Well,
Cheetos.
they sell Cheeto dust now.
Ooh, do you got some or you order some?
I haven't ordered it. This is called the Cheetos Duster. It's being released just in time for Thanksgiving.
That would actually be good. If they were smart, they would do it with Cool Ranch Doritos.
Yes, I was thinking that too.
I love me that dust.
The hot toddies and not hot toddies. I forget those fucking things. They called hot. God, they start with a T. God, I'm trying to blank. Anyway,
hot toddy. Somebody said TA.
I'm talking. Y'all, black people know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
My hope, but here's what I was gonna say though. Takis, yeah, that's it. Here's what I was gonna say. If they put these in stores, will they put them behind the glass?
They better not.
With the razors, and y'all know what I'm talking about.
The hair products.
Y'all know what I'm talking about.
And the baby formula.
With the Swisher Sweets.
Right there with the cigarettes.
I'm just saying. I think we know who gonna be buying them. And I'm already feeling like a little fucked with. I'm already feeling like they not gonna just have these out and about. We gonna have to get someone with a key so we can get some Cheetos dust to put on our food at home.
Just order it online if you can.
It's giving the nigga owl.
Come on, that's where they gonna ship it to. You ain't gonna find that shit in no Target.
They love the nigga owl, man. They love to put our shit behind glass.
Yeah, they act like something wrong with us when we go, well, bitch, it ain't. It's locked up here. I've never been to a Target with shit been locked up like that.
The Perk Plus ain't never behind the nigga owl. It ain't never behind the glass.
The Sure is never back there.
It's
the Head and Shoulders, that bitch ain't never been locked up.
Nope. It's always the just for me.
Come on.
Chilling behind that. You gotta go get a set of keys. They gotta unturn them at the same time on the count of 3. They gotta do a retinal scan so you can get some fucking shaving cream. You can get the bevel. Like,
come on.
I just got a feeling that Cheetos Dust and fucking Cool Ranch sauce gonna be they're gonna be right over there next to the motherfucking to the next to the do-rags. The TSA has released a approved Thanksgiving list of approved Thanksgiving foods that could be carried through checkpoints.
Okay.
This how the terrorists win. They wait all this time and then they're gonna be bringing food that's terrorizing us. Baked goods, homemade or store-bought pies, cakes, cookies, and brownies, and other sweet treats.
Because a lot of people are gonna be traveling and they gonna like actually just have their stuff with them so they can just show up with a cooked thing. Okay.
Yeah, you
and that
figured it
makes
out.
sense.
Meats, turkey, chicken, ham, and steak, frozen, cooked, or uncooked. Stuffing.
I see they ain't got no ham hocks on there.
Cooked, uncooked, in a box or in a bag.
No hog maw.
You don't know what's on this list. I'm still reading it.
We know who made this list. Go ahead.
Okay. You don't know what's on the list.
Greens is on the list.
Casserole, traditional green beans and onion straws, or something more exotic. Mac and cheese.
Okay.
Cooked in a pan or traveling with the ingredients to cook in your destination.
Okay.
Fresh vegetables, potatoes, yams, broccoli, green beans, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, beets, radishes, carrots, squash, and greens, which you made sound like wouldn't be on the list. I'm just saying.
I'm surprised, but you know what it was last, which means somebody had been like, put greens on there. They went through every other vegetable. You can't trick me.
Okay, again, you're on top of it. You got them. I'm not sure what we're proving, but you seem to feel that you have proven something.
Yes, I have. I take that personally.
Okay, all right.
It ain't at the top.
I think you put the best thing at the end. Fresh fruits: apples, pears, pineapple, lemon, lime, cranberry, blueberry, strawberry, bananas, and kiwi. Candy and spices. Items that need to be carefully stored or checked: cranberry sauce, homemade or canned.
They're like, we don't care.
Gravy, homemade or in a jar or can. You got to check that gravy.
Yeah, we gotta be sure you ain't mix nothing in there.
I would love to be working at TSA that day.
No bomb explosives in your gravy.
I love to be working TSA that day. Hold up, stop the line. We got some unregistered gravy. Give me my ladle.
What do you do if somebody come through a pig feet?
Man, you're gonna have to check this. I'm gonna need a bowl, but you're gonna need to check this first. Wine, champagne, sparkling apple cider. Well, yeah, you can't bring alcohol. Everybody know that one. That's not a Thanksgiving thing.
You put that in your luggage.
Canned fruit or vegetables. It's got liquid in the can, so check them. Plus, I mean, a canned fruit is a weapon if you know what you're doing. Preserves, jams, and jellies. They are spreadable. And maple syrup.
Oh,
is that even a Thanksgiving? That's not. Why is that on the list? That's not Thanksgiving food anyway.
No, did they put ham on there? Ham on the list? Honey baked ham?
Sure. Ham. Yeah, meats, turkey, chicken, ham, steak. That was the first one I read. But you was being too sassy to listen.
I was being sassy.
You was on one.
I don't. They said stuffing, but they ain't say dressing. There is a difference.
Don't let my facts stop anything.
No, your facts ain't gonna stop these jokes. There's a difference between dressing and stuffing.
I know it is. I know you black. I get it.
And talking macaroni and cheese. I bet they.
I also love how you said hog maws like you have ever eaten that shit at Thanksgiving. You skipped right over that one.
I hadn't eaten that shit in years.
And chitlin, you can't bring chitlins on the plane.
Nope, you bet.
What about donkey teeth? Okay, what about an old spare tire? You dip it in some gravy.
Yes, you know the one your uncle have in the back.
Okay, I want the back seat of an old Coupe de Ville, but you covered in ranch.
I see what you doing. You taking my joke to the extreme. Hardy, hard.
I'm just saying. Am I black enough for you? I get it. You black. You eat black food.
Yes, I do. I was about to say no crown royal.
Well, that's never allowed.
No.
Apparently, Kelly Rowland accepted an award at the AMAs, American Music Awards, on Chris Brown's behalf.
Oh, because was she the one speaking? Or
yeah.
Okay.
So he wasn't able to attend. What he probably would have been able to attend. It's interesting that he won the award because he wanted to do a tribute to Michael Jackson, but he was told he couldn't at the last minute, like a day or so before the event.
Yeah, they had been rehearsing.
So he probably decided, I won't go then.
Right.
But then he did win an award for Best R&B Album, and which Kelly Rowland accepted on his behalf as the person that was reading the award nominations. Now, what's interesting about that is, to me, her accepting it means that he really just said, I'm not coming, because normally, someone kind of tangentially related, another artist comes up that worked with you or something, accepted on your behalf. The actual presenter accepting your award is kind of like a shortcut of like, we didn't even have time to set up an alternative.
Right.
Or he's not participating in alternative.
All right.
So first he told everybody that, he wasn't going to be allowed to perform, and he didn't know why. And to which I think everyone our age is like, why. But I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little confused as to why. And I don't mean it in some, because I don't think it was, I think y'all need to get over Rihanna. I think it was, I just think he seems to have been allowed, quote unquote, back for a long time now. Not like back for like a year or two or a month or two. Like, people seem to not be holding it against his career, what happened with Rihanna. And I don't necessarily believe it's coming from like a good place of like, well, we're understanding, we're empathetic. He was young, he made a mistake, he apologized, Rihanna forgave him, they seem to be fine. I don't think it's coming from that very mature level of place. I think it's coming from like, but he good, or he got his own fans that are younger, many of them being women, many of them women of color, who are just like sympathetic towards him in the ways that we're sympathetic towards bad boy R&B guys, right? I think it is weird and arbitrary that this would be when people decide he'll be punished. I don't know. I really don't know the rhyme or reason to why it's happening now. Like, he got booed. Like, I'll play the clip. Let me make sure I'm sharing my audio because I'm on that other browser today. But I'll play the clip for y'all, and if you get an echo, let me know and I'll change it back.
Goes to Chris Brown.
Anybody getting an echo?
Chris Brown is not here tonight, so I'm accepting this award on his behalf.
Yeah.
It is an echo. Okay, give me a second. We'll take that off. Take that setting off, and we'll do it again. All right. Boom. Here we go. So you can hear the people boo when she says the award goes to him. And let's just let that load. But yeah, she says it goes to him, and then suddenly you hear like a little bit of booing, a cavalcade of boos come through. I'll refresh since it's freezing right now.
Goes to Chris Brown. Chris Brown is not here tonight, so I'm accepting this. Excuse me, chill out. But I want to tell Chris, thank you so much for making great R&B music. And I want to tell him, thank you for being an incredible performer. I'll take this award, bring it to you. I love you. Congratulations. And congratulations to all the nominees in this category.
Yeah, I think also Kelly Rowland is a well-liked Black woman. Sometimes even to spite Beyonce, people like her. Sometimes it's kind of this weird mismatch of fetishization of dark-skinned women and pity that always comes off kind of weird to me, because it's not like she's not bad or something. It's like, I'm making a statement with saying she's bad. It's like, nigga, we know she bad. She was in Destiny Child too. But my point being, she's well liked, so I think people are ignoring that she was the one that said chill out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because obviously if they didn't like her, they would spin it as like, you defending this abuser. The other thing with Chris Brown is he hasn't actually gotten in trouble in a long time. And some of the trouble he was getting in was turning out to not be his fault, which was like the last 2 or 3 things that happened to him, where it's like someone had a gun in his house and then you find out it had nothing to do with him. Someone accused him of doing such and such. And then witnesses at the party like, this woman came in and blah, blah, blah. Now, he kind of made himself a target for that shit.
Yes, he did.
So, and, you know, I know he's just trying to have a normal, whatever you call normal R&B pop star, famous rich person life, but clearly people know that, you know, there's a target on your back and there's going to be some opportunistic people that, you know, stir up controversy around you or whatever. But it just feels like the timing is off. It makes me wonder if maybe it's that stan culture thing of like, they just wanted someone else to win and their person didn't win. So then they booed Chris Brown. Like I said, none of this is a defense of him necessarily. I've never been I missed the Chris Brown wave. I just was too old and I was only listening to rap. So it just never.
Yeah, y'all don't even know who else was in the category.
Yeah, he wasn't my guy. Is that thing? So
yeah, I loved his first album.
Yeah, the people in the category were Brent Faiyaz, Giveon, Lucky Day, The Weeknd, and then Chris Brown.
Okay.
His favorite male R&B artist. And this is the American Music Awards, meaning I don't know, like he was picked. So like that's the thing that's weird. They told him that he couldn't perform, but then they gave him the award. Like I don't feel like a Facebook meme where it's just like, you know those memes where it's like, your wife's twin is laying in your bed in lingerie and your wife out of town, but you didn't know what you doing. And it's just like, there's a lot of variables you just threw at me that makes every decision wrong and right at the same time. What the fuck is happening? You know what I mean? Right. And so I'm reading, when I heard this story, it's like, there's a lot of variables that make everything wrong and right at the same time. I don't even know that it's about Rihanna. I wonder why they did this.
Right. And it's one of those things where when you think about it from that perspective, it doesn't make sense. Because like you say, y'all knew he was going to win. Like, because y'all did. Like, somebody knew he was going to win, but somebody still made the decision literally the night before that you can't do this. Something that they literally have been practicing. Y'all should have just never... If that's the thing, why did y'all try to get him to perform? You could have got somebody else to do it.
Because the thing I keep thinking about is I don't care about whether or not they like him or not.
Right.
The thing I keep thinking about is, are we giving them props, but they're really having it both ways?
Mm-hmm.
Like they wanted him there. They wanted him. They gave him this award, but at the same time, they're like, we don't approve. He will not be dancing tonight. And then when he wins, the people in the crowd boom. It just feels very weird, and I don't know why it's just making my brain be like, what? Like making my brain go 2 different directions at the same time. Like, what is happening? Why is this happening? Why now? Did something new happen?
Right. Yeah. That I'm not aware of, something, or anything like that. And the thing is, there have been people that have done out, and this is not an asshole Olympics. There are people that have done way, way, way much worse things than him that win awards that people cheer and praise.
Yeah, so it's just weird. I wish I had a hot take on it, but I don't. Because
I don't follow these award shows.
I think what my hot take is this. I'm not that interested in what people my age think about Chris Brown.
Right.
And the reason I'm not that interested is because I think we got to be our young hypocrite selves.
I guess we did.
And we keep our hypocrite grandfathered in guys with us.
Mm-hmm.
And we just let them cook. Everybody celebrated the fucking, Chronic Super Bowl halftime show.
Yes, they did.
The G-Funk. We have our guys. We know that their skeletons, and we also know where they come from and what their stories are and what they were able to overcome and the people in their past that they hurt and broke and shit. And for the most part, we're not doing anything to be punitive to them in perpetuity.
Right.
And I think when we write off the younger people's faves, it's easy because we weren't attached to them.
Agreed.
You know, so I wonder if that's like, I get why my like, and it's not disrespect to those people's opinions. It's literally saying, I expect you to feel that way. You're not attached to this nigga.
Right.
And there's gonna be some people within his peer group or fan base that will feel exactly the same way of like, fuck him forever. But it seems that he got, I mean, I've seen all that fucking them pictures of the girls he took after his
like that was big
concert and residency in Vegas.
All across social media, and them people pay money because they was like, I want to see him.
Yeah, and like Chris Brown is
sold out.
Chris Brown is another example of like, you would this when we talk about patriarchy and stuff, and I won't get like making this very black and white. I'm making it very black and white because I think it's actually more complicated than that, because part of this is also forgiveness, part of this is also the internet versus real life.
Yes.
Part of this is also people making mistakes and being allowed to move on, and all that stuff. So part of this is that too, where it's the people that want, you know, no police, no prisons, free cash bail, but also a celebrity fucked up, and we would never want to see that person be successful at anything for the rest of their life. Right. So it's kind of that weird like spiritual hypocrisy about it.
Because people ain't gonna go somewhere and die just because you don't want them to exist anymore. What is the alternative?
But like keeping it like really just black and white when it comes to like people that did shit and then they continue to exist. I think if you got your fan base that fuck with you, you're gonna always be around.
Yes, you are.
Unless you do something so criminal you go to prison like R. Kelly.
Right.
There's always, when R. Kelly was out here on these streets,
he had a fan base.
There were people that still supported him. I don't know that Chris Brown is, well, I do know that I don't think what Chris Brown did is as bad as R. Kelly, but that's comparing, you know, the worst to the worst motherfuckers. So,
right.
But yeah, it just, I don't know, it just feels a little like confusing as to, and it just feels arbitrary. That's the best way to put it. It just feels arbitrary. So, but other news, Kanye says he's running for president again in 2024. Not worried about it, not concerned at all. The only thing I worry about is if he ends up harassing, or his campaign ends up harassing some black vote counters again, like he did last time, which was extremely dangerous and cause those women all kinds of trauma. And that's why, you know, it's not a joke when he does some shit like this, and it's not funny, and it's extremely disturbing. I'll never forget his face when he gave that speech in South Carolina about Kim Kardashian having an abortion or something. He just looked so disconnected from reality and so out of control of his emotions and so manic. And I can't watch him as the spectacle that other people can of like
it's not
entertainment.
Yeah, it's not entertainment to me.
Yeah. So remember that FAMU grad who was denied her college degree because she had a viral nude photo?
Was it the one by the statue, or that's another one?
It was the I'll show it to you actually. Is this one. Yeah, with the snakes.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's internet, you know, social media nude. It's Instagram nude, where like they won't take it off of Instagram because it's not showing nipples.
Right.
And which is, it's like Instagram nude rules is like, if you're not showing the actual hole in the nipple, you can show it.
Yep, because I've seen all types of shit get right past that. I'm like, but I can see the areola. They was like, it passed.
And then randomly they'll just be like, excuse me, ma'am, your shorts are not below the knee. Like, I have no idea what
rhyme or reason behind it. No, we see a little bit too much butt cheek. But the other lady, what's happening here?
Well, I guess, and this is the, you know, we always talk about HBCUs. I'm proud of being an HBCU graduate. I love being an HBCU alum. But
they got their problems too.
They have their things about them, and one thing is they can be socially conservative, and something like this, because of the conservative politics and culture of these universities and their paternalistic protectionism of the students, which I'm sure springs from a good place, but I think can have some devastating effects to people. Well, because of that, they ended up delaying her getting her degree. So it delayed her actually pursuing her career. She felt she was expressing her creativity and even participated in the graduation ceremony, but the university thought differently. I took one next to the snake statue that represents me shedding like a snake into my new chapter, she said. Her picture was taken by the landmark snakes synonymous with the FAMU's name, the Rattlers. She then posted a new photo on social media. So also probably involving the school property is probably where they thought was over the line.
Right.
Like it's good either Photoshop or makeup and work, because like her hair is literally
she
snakes.
Is flawless.
Yeah, and I think it's kind of Photoshop and filtered down, so there's no like wrinkles or cellulite and stuff. But and I don't care. I'll follow her.
Don't care either
on the gram. I'm not judging. But so basically, like to me, is what I mean to say is it's almost more like art than just even like quote unquote raunchy nudity. I think like when I say when she said she was trying to make this artistic statement, I believe her.
I believe her too.
I don't think this is like I was twerking and then they got mad. I think she. Now that being said, they don't care.
Right.
They like butt cheeks. I'm mad. So yeah, it sounds like maybe now she'll get her master's diploma. Finally, which has been months since graduation time.
Get her master's,
right?
Which means this is her second degree.
Yeah,
and if she had planned on going back again, I could see her going, well, y'all won't get my money,
right? So I'm glad she got it, man. It just, and I'm not saying. Sometimes I just feel like we be doing too much about this kind of shit. I really don't feel like this hurt anybody. I don't feel like it's the end of the world. I don't feel like she put the whole community in a bad light. I think this is, at this point, we all understand this one person is her body. She said she took the picture when nobody was around, so it wasn't like she disrupted school or something.
Right.
I don't know. It just seemed like they made this a story by overreacting than she made it a story by the picture. Like,
yes.
Yeah. And I guarantee there's a lot of people online, the HBCU people, being like, this is disgusting. I can't believe she did this shit. She shouldn't get a degree. So I get it. There's probably a lot of black people that did take that conservative stance but I don't think a university should give into that. So, all right. Tiffany Cross lawyers up. She seeks answers on dismissal from MSNBC. She said, get you 12 white folks and take that shit to trial.
Yeah, she was like, I didn't sign nothing.
Well, she was the weekend host and she had the highest rated weekend show. And then she was just unceremoniously let go, giving people reminders to like Melissa Harris Perry. Where, it's people, especially black people who watch the nerdy news on Saturday, they make connections with these hosts. And then for the MSNBC to just be like, nope. And she was extra black. Like, am I black enough for you? She was, I knew some people that was almost like off put by how black she was. They was like, this is an act. Ain't nobody this black. Because she was just be on there I think she clapped back at Tucker Carlson, who had named her and shamed her on his show, and maybe MSNBC's trying to get away from that. There's been rumors and hints that they're trying to get away from that, and maybe that's really what it was. There was also, of course, them trying to float rumors that it was her fault and she was mean and nasty because they kept all the staff but got rid of her, so that people are like, what does that mean?
Right. And the staff not coming out and saying she was mean and nasty.
Right. So yeah, she's gonna sue, and I don't blame her.
Right, because
it don't seem right, and maybe she got a case.
Right, and it's one of those things where if we gonna do this, let's pull all the shit out. You have to show me a justifiable reason to why I'm one of the highest rated shows on the weekend. You've got to show me, because if all you got is how I felt a certain way, no, no, like this shit don't make no sense. I'm fired, which is fine, but what you gonna do, bitches? Pay me.
Yeah, she said that she thinks it may be a personal vendetta from the network president Rashida Jones. Jones reportedly called Tiffany directly and said they won't be renewing her contract effective immediately. The lawyers have been in touch. She wants to know why she got fired.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a weird firing, but
it was
also
almost off the blue, and it was like a week before elections, and all. It was just really strange.
And it's also that thing where like they don't really fire you; they don't renew your contract,
right?
So you half of one, half a dozen of one, six of the other kind of thing, where like it's done in a way where you can't truly say like they got rid of me, that was fucked up. They can always be like, actually, we just didn't renew your contract. Contract was up anyway. We're under no obligation to renew your contract or give you a real reason why we not renewing your contract. So, I could kind of see that as she may not be able to like truly have a case unless she can prove there's some type of vendetta. But I don't know, man. It's just how many motherfucking times in a row?
And Melissa Harris Perry, like anybody got to get that spot as a black woman, they do it a few years and I'm like, oh, you got to go. Like anybody sensing the trend here?
So and I it's weird because like they'll probably replace her with another black host.
Yeah.
Like like it's so weird that we're probably like that, because when Melissa Harris Perry went away, it was a lot of like, oh my God, what are they gonna do? And it's like, oh, they found another black woman. So maybe it's not as bad as we thought it was. And then here we go, doing the shit all over again. So
and it's gonna be interesting to see who they get and how long they keep the spot, and how their personality is going to be. Like, will make a difference too. And if they're gonna come in and get the same ratings, because for some people they tune in specifically for the host, and if you don't do anything to quote unquote draw people and keep people aren't going to stay.
Right. Yeah, it just, I don't know, feels, I mean, honestly, it actually feels a little bit fucking with black people. So but yeah, so good luck to her, wish her success. Elon Musk let Trump back. Trump hasn't tweeted, possibly because he has a fucking contract with Truth Social that won't let him tweet.
Right, if he could,
I don't put it above his impulse.
Right, and it's one of those things where he probably have a whole lot more followers on that app than he do on Truth Social.
He done talked mad shit about Elon, and Elon still kissing his ass. Elon Musk let Kanye back on Twitter. Kanye tweeted shalom. Right. And then lastly, Elon Musk refuses to let Alex Jones back on Twitter.
Why? Let everybody back on. The fuck is this?
This is why you can't. I never bought the freedom of speech shit, and that we just needed the conversation. It's all bullshit. But the reason he says he won't do this is because he indicated the death of his firstborn son informed his decision not to reinstate Jones' account after the far right-wing pundit was ordered to pay $1.44 billion to families affected by his false assertions about the Sandy Hook elementary school shooting.
Those things don't have anything to do with each other.
My firstborn child died in my arms, and I felt his last heartbeat, he said. He's referring to his 10-week-old son, Nevada Musk, who died of sudden infant death syndrome in 2002. Have no mercy for anyone who will use the deaths of children for gain, politics, or fame.
Oh, like some of these other people? Okay.
Like, yeah, Trump didn't do that.
Right. That's why I was like, well, what does that got to do with anything? I don't understand your logic behind this. If you're gonna bring them all back, bring them all back.
So like I said, the people that think he's some sort of free speech absolutist and all that shit, save it. It's all arbitrary and personal and whatever he feels like.
Yep. There's no rules. There's no structure. It's all how literally this is what happens when you have people in charge who don't have no forms of check and balances, no board. They don't have to run nothing through nobody. They don't have to have no meetings with nobody or anything. Just do what the fuck you want to do. All the checks and balances, a lot of those people are gone and have left all the things that were in place for the rules and regulations, or somebody's boss or manager or supervisor be like, you can't do that, and purposely he ran them all off and got them fired, because as far as he's concerned, I want to do what I want to do. And this is what happens when you have somebody that can literally just at the whim do what they want to do.
Yeah, there's no plan or anything in place to it. It's just ridiculous at this point. All right, let's do a little bit of guess the race before we get out of here. I don't know how I ended up getting the order of my stuff all different than it used to be, but this is what we got. Oh wait, and this gotta play it with this button now.
It's time to guess the race. It's time to guess the race. It's time to guess the race. It's time to guess the race.
All right, guess the race, Karen. You know the rules to the game. I read an article. You guess the race of the people involved. And so does the chat room play along. And all y'all reveal that y'all actually racist. Massachusetts woman is facing multiple assault and battery charges for allegedly releasing a swarm of bees on a group of sheriff deputies. Some of them allergic to bee stings.
Oh,
and she did it as they tried to serve an eviction notice.
Oh, to the jails.
Candyman 3 is coming along well. Sound like a movie directed by Jordan Peele.
Oh yeah, that's attempted murder, ma'am.
Yeah, that was a very interesting response. I hate us corny with that serving eviction mess. Rory S. Woods, 55, pleaded not guilty at her arraignment. Her lawyer did not immediately respond to a voicemail left by the AP. The Hampden County Sheriff's Department deputies went to the home on Long Meadow on the morning of October 12th. They were met by protesters. Woods, who lives in Hadley, soon arrived in an SUV towing a trailer carrying beehives. The report said she started shaking the hives. Woo! Oh. This bitch shaking the hives.
Irritating the bees. That's good.
She broke the cover off of one of them, causing hundreds of bees to swarm out, initially stinging one deputy. Wood, who put on a beekeeper suit to protect herself. Okay.
Oh, so she knew. Yeah, the fuck, go to jail.
Sound like a superhero, the beekeeper, or a supervillain, I guess. Or hero. She was attacking cops. Kombucha face.
Villain.
Was eventually handcuffed, but not before several more deputies were stung, including 3 who are allergic to bees. Well, did you die? What's the problem?
No, that's how they sound.
Oh man. Listen, you know what it is. She was not she wasn't feeling it.
I'm supposed to feel sorry for that bitch. I don't.
When she was told that several officers were allergic to bees, she says, "Oh, you're allergic? Good."
Oh, I guess she didn't believe them.
Yes, she did. So then they said she could have faced more charges if anything worse would have happened to those stung, but I guess they didn't die. We had one staff member go to the hospital, and luckily he was all right. Let me tell you this: nobody loves embellishing injury more than Ben Simmons and police. Like, them motherfuckers, boy, they be flopping like shit. They go, oh Lord, I got stung by a bee. I'm gonna die. It's like,
that would be me if I was allergic.
if they was allergic, I mean, you don't want to believe in these cops. I don't know. Like sometimes it's like when you look up and you see like what actually happened, you like, nigga, the bee didn't even sting you. What are you talking about? Man, you tripped over a sidewalk running from the bee. That's not
the bee didn't sting.
I mean, I
the
know
bee
your
went
hands
right past you.
Yeah, like your hand probably hurt when you hit. Okay. Anyway, Karen gets the race.
White.
Rory S. Woods. All right. Karen says white. Let's check the chat room and see what they believe Rory S. Woods race to be. My white wife says white. She would know, says Keenan. Damn, he threw his white wife under the bus. Just listen, they be having sense. They go to the meetings and they know each other when they see you. They like bees.
Phone call.
They start shaking a certain way, and that's how they communicate. Rory B buzzing her way to an attempted murder case. White killer B sold 50 old 60 platinum white. 50 gold 60 platinum. White brought bees with her as a weapon. The whitest of white criminals. Rory is a typical backwoods hillbilly white people named white. Rory went downhill once Gilmore Girls ended white.
Oh no.
Oh man. Let me pull this up. The correct answer is, and everybody said white. You got it right.
Oh, I'm about to say.
Go ahead.
I was about to say, if you was anybody got it wrong, it was a nigga. I'd have been like, the fuck?
Well, you know, when I first saw her picture, it was her in the beekeeper thing, and she looked kind of black in that. The way her hair was wrapped up and shit, you can only see the bottom of her face. But no, it's a white lady. I mean, listen, this sounds like a white lady. Honestly, this just sounds like Batman the animated series, like
Lex villain of the weeks.
Like Lex Luthor would have fired this woman for her research into how bees.
Don't fire scientists.
Her research into how bees are actually their hive-like communication properties can be harnessed to create psychic links within humans, and she will get fired on the verge of her research, possibly coming out, and not just fired, because the way they fire you on Batman animated series is always like
to the extreme.
Yeah, it's always like, but I'm on the cusp of a breakthrough. He's like, $6 million in the red. The only breakthrough will be you breaking through the unemployment line. Get the hell out of here. And it's like, no, but what about my bees? And he's like, kill the bees. And and take a key card immediately.
And they're watching all the bees die in the background.
Right. Throw her in a vat of honey and throw her with the bees or whatever. And then in the second act, that's when they be homeless and shit, and they be like, I'm gonna save my bees with my bee. I finally figured out my invention with the bee helmet. I can control the bees too. And so it do work. And next thing you know, the fucking the hive mind is created.
Yes,
fucking
hive mind.
It's like, no, Batman, you would not stop me. Luthor must pay. You're like, that's just feel like her origin story, and that's what happened to everybody. That's
definitely what happened.
In real life, it go like this, but
you're right.
But in the Batman animated universe, that's why it was better.
Yes, it was.
Wouldn't have went this way. All right. Let's see. Attorney who fought Florida helmet laws died in a motorcycle crash while not wearing a helmet.
I'm about to say, the way you read that, I was like, something must have happened.
Oh, he died doing what he loves, being stupid. In the late 1990s, when Florida bikers were still required to wear helmets, Pinellas lawyer Ron Smith was an aggressive advocate for overturning the law. Then he overturned his bike. Smith was a member of ABATE, a brotherhood against totalitarian enactments, and American bikers aim towards education. I love that they couldn't come up with the acronym meaning one way, so they were like, listen, both of these are so good, we just gonna call them both. We're gonna have two names: a brotherhood against totalitarian enactments and American bikers aim towards education. We both gonna be ABATE. That's like if the NAACP also stood for what the NCAA stand for. Like, hey, listen, they was both good. It's just we couldn't decide. Good. National Colored Americans Association and of course the National Collegiate Athletics Association. Okay, we get them all. We upset about racism and the end of the tournament. But yeah, so one of the cases went all the way to the 2nd District Court of Appeal, which ruled that Florida's helmet law at the time was constitutional, but
what? So somebody said no, right? You said
okay. No, they ruled that it was constitutional. So the law that you have to wear a helmet stood. He was challenging it. The irony is just too palpable. I couldn't finish the sentence because I was like, this motherfucker was really fighting for his death. You know, it's like, why we got to wear seatbelts? But the Department of Highway Safety and Motor...
people did fight that, y'all, for they don't know. People did fight seatbelts.
Yep. But the Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles had failed to properly publish a list of protective equipment as required by law. Smith didn't like being told what to do. Ooh. But now he's being told what to do by Satan. It valued his independence and said Dave Newman, who met the attorney through American Legion Post in Old Town, where they were both members. He thought everybody should have their own choice. This motherfucker, I know he didn't take the vaccine. And 2000,
no, he didn't take the vaccine.
You already know. You already know. In 2000, Smith's aspiration was realized when the Florida legislature passed a law allowing motorcyclists over 21 to go without head protection as long as they had $10,000 in insurance coverage for motorcycle accident injuries.
That ain't gonna protect your brain. That ain't gonna protect you when you die.
Also, do you know how little $10,000 gonna do for your motherfucking brain when your brain's over the sidewalk? Well, you gotta learn how to walk again and shit. Like $10,000 ain't gonna do nothing.
I thought they had to have regular insurance. It's insurance.
Well, you also gotta have insurance coverage for motorcycle accident injuries. $10,000 worth. $10,000 will be gone like that.
Oh, I'm trying. That's one hospital stay.
Shit, the fucking you get out the ambulance, they be like, "Oh, you owe us $5,000. You only got 10,000. Yeah, that's another 5. So good luck.
Good luck.
We're gonna leave you on the curve till you come up with it. You know, while you're here, you could sell a kidney. And
give us some of that good plasma you got floating around in your body.
Right. But yeah, it's just so in August, Smith and his girlfriend Brenda Jenin Volpe were riding a motorcycle on US 19.
That sound like a backcountry road.
They were headed to a memorial service for another biker who died of cancer. He crashed his bike as he tried to slow for traffic ahead of him. Him and his girlfriend killed. Neither were wearing a helmet.
What?
Stop it right now! This is stupid! This is absolutely ridiculous! Get out of here! We are adults, and this is ridiculous! Cut the crap!
I would turn around and be like, can we get the bill back now? The nigga that put the bill in here died.
Right, yeah.
So that defeats the whole purpose. Can we get the bill back? Put the bill back on here.
You should be able to restate the law if the person that got the law overturned died, but in a way where the law would have saved them. That should be on the books in every state, automatic. No take. It's called the Take Backsies Law. It's just no. You can't die by what you fucking did, dummy. Oh my goodness.
I would be the first thing smoking. The person who they died, put the law back on the books, please.
Oh my God. What a
and you know, like people like troopers and people that like see this shit all the time was like, no, this is stupid.
Right. Oh, well, that's sad. Okay. All right, Karen. Guess the race.
Why? Nobody else would be that dumb.
Shout out to his girlfriend dying.
We're not gonna take it.
But I guess it's like when you see a couple out and the man got a no mask and the woman got a mask. I guess she was like, I don't want to be that woman. we gonna both look stupid. Anyway, let's check the chat room.
Y'all both ride together, die together, apparently.
Busted his head to the white meat. Skid mark in the sky, white. May he rest in peace. Damn. Born to be wild white man. I hate to say it. I hope I don't sound ridiculous. I don't know who this man is. I mean, he could be walking down the street. I wouldn't know a thing. Sorry, this man white. Turn over the law since he is now turned over white. white. When you want your lawyer to call ambulances, not chase them, call Ron Redneck Roadkill, attorney at law. Ron Smith is not Ronnie Smith. White privilege is dying with dramatic irony. Constantly throwing a tantrum about good sense white. This is exactly how the monkey paw wish to overturn that law would play out. White and White Claw white. The correct answer is white. That's just weird with that one his friends like he just really liked freedom. Like what?
All right, we up here because your friend died.
Right.
And you didn't make it to the funeral, and we leaving and find out you done died on the side of the road on your way up here.
I think your homie might have been suicidal, and this is just the way he was gonna go out. He was like, I got a real long-term plan, and it starts with fighting this law for 20 years. All right. Let's get to the bonus round. Let me see if I can get. Yeah, here we go. Karen, you're 2 for 2, right?
Yes, yay!
All right, Karen's 2 for 2, so you know what that means.
Bitch was white. I ain't racist. How can I be racist about anybody or anything in my life? How can I?
Call them niggas. Just call them niggas.
It's time to get
gold teeth, gold chain wearing, fried chicken and biscuit eating, monkey, big baboon, big thigh, fast running, high jumping, spear chucking, 360-degree basketball.
All right, Karen so far is 2 for 2.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the bonus round.
Okay.
Let's see how she does.
Yay.
A female passenger who choked and took a chomp out of the neck of an Uber driver today pleaded guilty to a pair of criminal charges.
Oh!
In the plea deal, Michelle Stillwell.
That must have been a tasty Uber driver.
He was a snack.
Come on, a whole ass snack.
In the plea deal, Michelle Stillwell, or as I like to say, Michelle Unwell. You see what I'm saying, guys? Because she was not. All right. She in the plea deal, she copped to battery, disorderly conduct, misdemeanors for which she was sentenced to 18 months probation. She is seen with originally in criminal battery, witness tampering. Oh, okay. She was originally charged in the criminal information with battery and witness tampering. She's a licensed practical nurse. Well, you love that. Okay. Because it sounds like she's a bit of a impractical nurse. You know what I'm saying, guys? Because she was like, no? Okay. She was fined $850. She'll undergo a mental health evaluation in order to have no contact with Michael Hassey, the 23-year-old victim. As reported in criminal complaint, she attacked Hassey from behind as he drove his Toyota near her St. Petersburg residence in mid-April. While the car was moving, she reached forward and proceeded to choke the victim from behind. According to the sheriff's report, so he's one of those people that had the thing in his car that records everything.
A lot of drivers, particularly in New York,
Yeah.
A lot of drivers have that, right?
Right.
They just record, and they'll tell you are being recorded.
And by thing in his car that records everything, I mean camera, because apparently I'm stupid. How did that not? I know it's a camera. What? You know, he had one of those things that take a lot of still pictures very fastly, and so it look like it's moving, and then you can watch it all together simultaneously in a video. But yeah, as reported in criminal complaint, she attacked them, blah blah blah, while the car was moving. Da, da, da. Oh, so she put two hands wrapping the arm around his throat. He sought to pull over the car. She managed to crawl forward up to the center console, bite the victim deeply in the neck, drawing blood. She then scratched him across the chest, causing the draw red in color marks with traces of blood visible. Photos taken by witnesses who stepped in to stop the attack show her choking Hassey and splayed across the driver's seat. Another image shows the bite mark on his neck. While police and court records do not cite a motive, for the attack.
Do you need a motive?
The driver indicated that alcohol was, an issue. So she was drunk, I guess.
I can see, because that just sounds irrational.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, there's drugs, alcohol. Like, it sounds like there's something more to that.
If you a motherfucking mean drunk, like, get a friend to drive you home. Don't be whooping my ass.
Right. And that's why some Uber drivers be like, look, if you drunk, don't even get in my vehicle. Like,
right.
They're flat tell you, nope, can't ride.
And luckily, he was just a rational, reasonable person that just didn't want to fucking be hurt. Like, he was just trying to get out the situation, and it didn't get worse. All right, Karen guess the race. Michelle Stillwell.
White.
Karen's going with white. Let's check the chat room and see what their race guesses are. Move a little slow, but that's all right.
It is.
I know y'all will go through. Bella, if you don't sit your alabaster vampire ass down, bitch, stay off that blow. Break. White. All white type of night. Wanted to try neck bones for the first time. White. Bringing back bath salts. White. The correct answer is white. Y'all got it. It sounded like a very white crime in the first place. Like, it sounded like some white people shit. The pictures are hilarious.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Like,
he got his hands up.
Like, yeah, it's like he's looking like he's like, I'm not resisting. Please just stop trying to kill me, ma'am.
Oh.
She still looks mad in her mugshot. And then here she is all over the front seat with no fucking shoes on.
Wow.
Yeah, everything was wrong.
He taking you home, so it ain't like he don't know where you live.
Right. I can't imagine what he could have done to provoke this, so I'll just have to put it on her.
Me either.
This is not okay behavior, man. All right, let's get to the final story. Sword ratchetness. A man, 32, hospitalized for mental health check after entering the New York Times building with a sword and an axe, attempting to speak to the politics team.
Oh no, not the whole team.
Yeah. It's like, where is Michael Bavaro? I got something that I want him to see on the daily. The 32-year-old man armed with an axe and a sword went into the lobby of the building on Thursday, asked to speak to the political section, like, of the newspaper. Do you think that's how the office is laid out too, like different pages? He's like, and then after that, I want to speak to sports. They said some things about the Knicks I don't agree with. He then handed over his weapons and waited for emergency personnel when he was denied entry. Oh, so he's probably so he is a Times reader. Okay, that's what a New York Times reader would do.
Oh no,
sir, you denied entry. Well, okay, that makes sense. Here you go. You want my sword? Okay, I'm gonna sit over. Is the police coming? Okay, I'm gonna just tell them I'm over here in the corner. The New York Police Department said officers responded to the building in Midtown Manhattan shortly after noon after getting a 911 call about a man with a knife. When officers arrived, building security told them the man had the two weapons and made the request to speak with the specific part of the newspaper staff. The axe was in a bag. The man also had a small folding knife and a container of mace with him. He claimed to be a whistleblower who told police they were going to kill me. He has no known criminal history. He was taken to the hospital for evaluation. It was not clear whether he would face any charges. And that's what happens, you know.
That's what happens.
That's what happens. You start reading the New York Times, and they have a couple political. Next thing you know, some motherfucker with a sword.
I'm glad Keith don't read it because we would hate to see him pulling out the swords.
Yeah, you know. Actually, I just pictured this being like this is what's gonna happen with jail coat van when he runs up on them comedy offices.
Yes, he is.
For half blackface not being out, it's gonna be like falling down, but with a 6'7" nigga, it's gonna be falling up.
Yes. I can see that.
A long way falling down. All right, y'all. That's it, man. Thanks for listening. We'll be back sporadically throughout the next week or so. Thanks for listening. Don't forget about the Black Friday sale. You can become premium, get behind that paywall for the next year. If you're already subscribed and you got it where it's going to auto renew, don't worry about setting up anything new. It'll just charge you. It'll come through. So that should be good.
Yep. And for those that are just a tip, you get shows, but they are random. If you know you have some shows where you like, that's my jam, go ahead. And like you said, with $100, you're paying a few more extra dollars a month and you can get everything.
There you go. Until next time, I love you.
I love you too.
Mwah. Bye, everybody. Have a good night. It was fun as always.